Well, the Detroit News calls for putting sterilants in the water. But, of course, it's the very same eugenicists that funded the giant dependent class so they could later get the general population, this was decided in the 60s, to support compulsory sterilization because of the giant welfare hordes. It's always problem, reaction, solution. Make the troops serve 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tours, knowing from studies in World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, that it would fry some of the troops and make them ticking time bombs. Then demonize all the troops for what a small group of the military who've been psychologically traumatized do. Problem, reaction, solution. Problem, reaction, solution. Problem, reaction, solution. The troops come back with the PTSD. They're craving the war drug. Well, you get to declare war now. I was talking to that dad about, it was a military guy who's now in the sheriff's department who came to his house. His 7-year-old daughter had been late to class a few times, forced his way in with a summons, and then said, "Where's your wife?" "Well, she's not here." "Well, you're a liar." And then says to the kids, "Where's your mommy?" "Your daddy's a liar, isn't he?" They're like, "No, mommy's gone. It's 7 o'clock at night." And the man says, "Please leave. I've got your summons." And the cop says no and sits there in his house for 20 minutes without a warrant. And, of course, the guy's former military. I mean, he's been kicking down doors in Fallujah all day. If a Haji doesn't do what he's told, he just, puts a bullet in their head. That's how the military's been trained. I'm not saying the military's bad, but you have people in country 5, 6, 7 years. It's a laboratory to produce people that'll do anything, and you bring them back here. Now, they know a big percentage are patriots and are going to wake up, so now you're the #1 enemy. Those that they can use, you're their little attack dog. But the rest of you, the 70% of so the studies show that aren't going to go along with the New World Order, you're the enemy. So you better decide what side you're going to be on. It's really that simple. But I've had these military guys, you can tell they're 25, 30 years old. They'll have scars on their face, you name it. Bow up on you, flip out on you, and I'll say, "So when did you get out of the military?" "You were in Iraq?" "Oh, Afghanistan too, huh? And you're treating me like a Haji right now." "Hope you enjoyed all those shots." Oh, then they get really mad. I'm like, "Oh, I bet you're having some health issues, aren't you?" I'm real sad about that. I am sad for you. But don't bow up on me. You understand? Because I understand psychologically what's been done to you. You're like a sword they took and kept in the fire too long where it's warped. They beat you in all sorts of directions. Now, anytime you want, studies show, but common sense shows, my gut tells me, that if you just get right with God, no amount of Prozac, no amount of shrinks are going to help you. If you get right with God, admit what you've been through, realize how it was done to you, knowing is half the battle, and begin to resist the globalist and put your energies into something real, you will be empowered. I've talked to so many military people who've heard me talk about this. They're like, "It's incredible. My life changed. Nothing made sense. I knew something was wrong. I was totally unhappy. Now that I know about this, I'm not having problems anymore." You defeat the New World Order by healing yourself with God's help and not having the PTSD anymore, or using your energies towards constructive things. And I see all these TV ads about, "Oh, call. If you got PTSD and you're a veteran, you're going to get help." Then they SWAT team them, they kill them, they take your Second Amendment, they put you on list. I'm sorry, you're not going to get help from what I've seen from the troops I've talked to. Go into the VA, all you're going to get your rights taken away. You need to go to a church that isn't 501c3 and a FEMA spy organization. We need you to defend America. You're not going to be normal just sitting around. Join the Army of the Republic in the info war. We got a war for you. With CNN, Fox News, Tokyo newspapers, Detroit News, saying, let's put sterilants in the water, let's put contraceptives in the water, let's put statins in the water, let's put lithium in the water, let's put the U.S. military on lithium. But then you go, oh, I got Rockefeller Foundation and World Bank documents about sterilants in the water, and the White House science czar says they're doing it. Shut up, you crazy lunatic. We'll just have to have Media Matters come out and say you're insane. And then what does Media Matters do? They pose as a nonpartisan watchdog who is the Delphi Oracle and tells you what reality is. Of course, it's funded by George Soros publicly in the federal filings. You can look it up, and by the Obama White House. And I had one of their editors called me last year to do an article. So I said, okay, I'll actually give you some quotes. And I said, George Soros gives you millions. He goes, no, he doesn't. That's a conspiracy and urban legend. And I looked up the federal filings while I was on the phone with him for like 30 minutes. And I said, okay, here's 300,000 here. Here's $1 million there. He goes, where are you getting that? And I go, the federal, commission. It's all online. And he goes, okay, well, it was good talking to you, Alex. These are soldiers of foreign corporations that have dominated us. Just like Tokyo Rose saying, you can't win, GI, lay down. You won't be seeing your sweetheart. Hello, GI. Hello, GI, you're defeated. Too bad your ship will be sinking and you won't be going home to see your sweetie. It's all over for you. The New World Order can't be defeated. I'm sick of people saying the New World Order can't be defeated. I see the globalists make mistakes all the time. I've studied them. They're people just like us. They're just aware of how the world really works. They study knowledge generationally, so they don't have to relearn it every generation. And they've set up systems to give us disinfo so that we're confused our whole lives. You want the blueprint to defeat the New World Order? Discover how humanity really works. All these schools of systems are always compartmentalized. The globalists study full spectrum understanding. And I have organically re-engineered what they've done and then later discovered in all their own publications, word for word, what I had already been able to calculate by connecting the dots. And folks, this is like a connect the dot for a 3-year-old. There are so many dots that you can see it's a pony or a dinosaur or a dolphin. Well, this is a big, dirty New World Order tyrant system. It's an all-seeing eye pyramid looking at you right in the face, playing God. These people aren't God. They're endangering the entire planet. They can be defeated. Now, I'm going to go to Sean, Mark, Mike, Tyler, John, and many others here in just a moment. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. They've sold more than half the tickets at the theater up in Dallas. They have sold, again, more than half the tickets there and at the big convention center facility, Highlight, there in Orlando, Florida. And I'm going up there to visit our great affiliate. In fact, guys, will you reprint me the page that's at Infowars.com/events or put it up on screen so I can blow it up and actually read the locations to people? I'm trying to go off memory, and I've got so much other stuff on my mind. I'm failing to pull up that data. Thank you. But the point is that they've sold more than half the tickets for the event coming up in Dallas this Sunday. And I'm going to premiere a powerful 35-minute or so, it's a little bit longer now, special film. I'm going to then give an hour-and-a-half speech and take 30 minutes of questions and then premiere the film. And there is the Lakewood Theater, historic theater built back in, I guess, the 20s or 30s. I just remember as a child going and seeing movies there, so I like to have events there. We live right down the street. And also at the Orlando Highlight facility. Now, that holds 1,200, and they've sold more than half the tickets. So I would suggest you get your tickets now. I've sold out every event I've ever had, except for one I didn't really promote, and it was about 90% full. So if you want to come up and hang out at the Dallas event, it's going to be a powerful blueprint to defeat the New World Order speech I'm going to give, and then a powerful little film that connects to that, dealing with control freaks and the real dangers threatening humanity. So that is coming up this Sunday, and then the next Sunday, I'm going to be in Orlando, Florida. And again, that's definitely going to sell out because more than half's already sold, and that's 2 weeks away. The Dallas should sell out. It sold out last time. It seats about 850, and they're more than half sold. So Infowars.com/events, or you can call the Orlando Highlight or the Lakewood Theater in Dallas and buy them over the phone as well. Just check information. I guess we should probably add the phone numbers there on the article. But some people just aren't online or don't like to go online to do stuff like that, so you can call and do it. And I think most of these places, because it always happens, I go, you're sold out, but there's a line of people out there. Well, we hold 5% of the tickets back, and then they put out folding chairs and stuff like that. But I look forward to seeing you out there, and I'm going to try to do clips for the nightly news on the road. I'll be doing the show every day on the road. I'm yet to ask Mike Adams to fill in next Monday when I'm on the road, if he wants to do that. Because I'm going to go on the road from Sunday to that Sunday. I just cannot subject myself to the TSA very often because of when I was fat, dumb, and happy and not running 5, 6, 7 miles a day. I could put up with pot-bellied people barking at me, but I just am so aggressive right now that I just can't handle it. And I should be able to handle it. I'm sure I'll fly again soon. It's just that I've still got my humanity. And I know they're twerps working for people putting poison in our water. And it makes me really mad. The government is jacking the water with over 200 chemicals on average, and over 90% of the EPA's own scientists in 2000, 2004, 2006, and last year sent letters to their bosses saying mercury, lead, arsenic, hundreds of other chemicals, sodium fluoride, huge cancer increases, dental fluorosis, take it out. And they're told, shut up or you'll be demoted. I mean, it's not the government isn't even bad, the rank and file, it's the leadership of it. The leadership is a bunch of dirty eugenicists. And now they're getting to the open point of, we're going to sterilize you of your own welfare. Really, since the eugenicists brought out welfare, it's created the illegitimacy in the baby factories, which was actually part of their plan, to have a giant underclass that's dependent on them that they can engineer however they want and play off against the middle class and rich. But you notice they're forcing the rich to take vaccines to get into college. They're putting it in the rich people's water. The average good old boy worth $10 million didn't get a memo not to eat GMO. But I read the articles yesterday where the entire leader on record will not eat GMO. The Monsanto cafeterias, it's come out in the news this week, have banned GMO because their own scientists will not eat it. And then I learned that just got leaked and confirmed that this has been going on for 12 years since 1999. I found a London Independent article on it. Let me say that again. All these eugenicists, Bill Gates, Queen of England, who openly say they want to kill the majority of the population and who fund programs to make you eat GMO and not label it and make you take shots, are all on record developing things to be piggybacked on shots to sterilize you and give you cancer, and they won't eat their food or drink the fluoride water, and the German government won't take the vaccines. And their own military is given a, quote, clean vaccine. BBC, Associated Press. Can you put, it's not even 2 + 2 = 4. It is looking at the number 1, like a 2-year-old, and saying 1. What letter is that? A. It's not even 2 + 2. It's not even 2 + 2. It's not even 2 + 2. It's not even 1 + 1. The globalists openly are killing us, and the cancer is exploding. Everything else is exploding. The UN's taking over. They're announcing world government publicly, and there are articles out today demonizing me, saying I'm insane, there's no new world order, no global government. I mean, that's mind control. Again, I want to say something to the military and the police that the system plans until they get all their drones and robots in place to be their enforcers. You're being killed. I see articles all the time where his mom thought, you know, Bill be safe joining the military at 18. He was just going to be in the maintenance of tanks and armored vehicles. But at 21, he died of lung cancer and kidney failure from DU. Even the doctors at the University Medical Center said it was DU. But the VA says it's not. The Pentagon never allowed the use of DU until 1990 because they'd have to throw away the tanks that used it. It ignites when you fire it. Why do they have the troops using it? You're all dead. I mean, do you get this is Armageddon in slow motion? This is mass extermination. This is a Holocaust against everyone. It's going on now, and they're now making their move everywhere, going, having kids is bad for your carbon footprint. We're going to tax you for having kids. We're going to home inspect you. You can't have a water well. We're going to put a meter on the well you already have. We're going to make you put fluoride tablets in it. Or we're going to shut down your well. The police are going to come. We're going to shut down the Amish. We're going to make you take vaccines. We're going to have your little kid, your 11 or 12-year-old have an abortion and not tell mommy, or have birth control tablets injected into their skin. They're making their move, folks. They're in the news all over the place saying sterilize people.